Hi everybody, welcome back. If you tried to take yesterday's points, we'll class recorded for you with Jessica this week. Coming on, we'll do a 3-minute practice today. So I'm putting in to build up the library, the 35-minute, 30-minute practice. Maybe a little shorter in time. Experience or like today, 30 minutes. So start in your child's pose, turn to face what will be the top of your mat. I hope everybody's having a good month so far, over halfway through February in 2022. And we'll keep the arms active in your child's pose. And so if the shoulders allow, and let your forehead come down. If your shoulders are quite tight, you can hover your forehead in this version of child's pose, keeping your arms straight. And wherever you may be picking your practice up, and today remember to invite and include, and there's no need to shut down certain parts of your mind. You know, you have the breath coming with you in the forefront of your experience, but then also thoughts are allowed to pop up. We can observe them. When you practice mindfully, we have a strong direction to follow with the instruction. And then, of course, break down any options that would allow you to listen to your body. So you can always modify and back off. Rise up into a tabletop, all fours. And your version is you feel the tops of your feet grounding down. And then hips over your knees, draw through your low belly. And keep your arms straight, shoulders stay back. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, tuck the chin and dome through the spine. So you're familiar with a cat and a cow pose. Inhale, come into a flat back. And kick your right leg back, tuck your toes into your mat or into the floor. And pivot your right heel down, weight into your left hand, reach your right arm, come up. And feel your modified side plank. And without putting too much weight, having this left knee down, and we're avoiding putting weight around the shoulder, but if you're tight in your traps and around your neck, and feel this work out through your shoulder blades. And circle the right hand down, come back to all fours and pivot, and bring your right knee down, step back. So there's a lot of the pivot, and from the ball of your foot, turn your heel down, weight into your right hand, and take your left arm up. And feel the contrast coming into the other side, modified side plank. And the reason why we pivot is to support the knees. See, knees don't like twisting, and knees don't like lateral pressure. And so you'll hear that a lot in the timing of the cues. And you probably even built it in, fairly intuitively through your body, having practiced together for this long. And bring your gaze and left hand down, pivot on your back toes, and bring your left knee down onto the ground. Step your right leg back straight, and step your left leg back straight. Without hesitation, take an inhale, and exhale, turn your elbows in, lower all the way down onto your chest. Untuck the toes, baby cobra, lift your heart, and exhale, soften it down. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the heart, and exhale, soften it down. One more, baby cobra, lift the heart, and exhale, soften it down. Tuck the toes, lift the knees, and press up into your high plank. And press back into your downward facing dog. And keep your feet evenly set and side by side. So if you look at your big toes, it's not unusual for one foot to be a little bit closer than the other, so make that adjustment. It might be something going on through your hips. And take your feet as wide as your mat. And crawl your hands back to your feet. This way we can keep the legs straight. And even if we end up on the fingertips, rock some weight into the toes and rock some weight into the heels. And keep feeling that. If you need the little bend to your knees, you can. But the wide base may allow you, if we were in a wide-legged forward fold, it's going to be much easier to get the hands down to the ground. You're closer into the ground. Still rocking weight into your heels and weight back into your toes. And set the weight back into the heels, turn your toes in, and then pick the heels up, turn your heels in, toes in, and heels in. Big toes touch. Inhale, lift halfway, hands to your shins. And exhale, bow, fold over your thighs. Inhale, rise, little bend to the knees as you come up, arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Step your right foot forward to the middle of your mat. You can come up on your left toes and lift your chest into your thumbs. As we hinge, come forward, keep your chest proud. So this should mostly be in your right leg. And squaring your left hip down and continue to connect to your breath. You gently rise, lift the chest, bring your left foot to your right, and step your right foot back, and then step your left foot back. Release your arms by your sides, feel your feet. And you notice any grip in that outer right hip, circle the arms up, and hover your right knee in front. Right ankle to your left thigh, figure 4, and start to bend as you press the ankle into the thigh. You feel it in the outer hip like a pigeon. Right? Same shape, figure 4 with your right leg as when we come into pigeon. But we're putting far less pressure into the knee. Stay strong through your back, lift through your heart. Lengthen your inhale as you rise, lift your knee up in front. And exhale, right foot down, interlace the fingers on top. And stand tall, stack the spine, side bend to the left. And hips bumping to the right, tailbone down. Feel your feet as you lift through the back of your heart. Nice. Inhale, rise back to center. Exhale, hands in front in prayer position. And take a breath in. On your exhale, step your left foot forward. And roll a right heel off the ground. And keep lifting your chest proud as you hinge. And keep it light. Feel your thighs as long as your chest stays proud. And work your hips square, gaze steady on one spot. That will help you with a standing balance pose. And of course, keep breathing. And slowly rise, bring your feet together. And step your left foot back. Step your right foot back. Big toes touch. Inhale, circle the arms up. And float your left knee in front. Ground 4 points of your right foot as you place your left ankle to your right thigh. And then sit down. Keep lengthening, lifting through your heart. And take care of any grip that you may have engaged in that stability around your toppling tree pose. And keep the arms up. Inhale, lift your left knee. Step your left foot down. Interlace the fingers. Release the index. Vertical. Side bend to the right. And tailbone drawn under just means tilt your pelvis back. And use your legs, quad strength. And as you inhale, rise back to center. Open the arms, exhale, swan dive, lead with your chest. And bring your hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, come out into a high plank, high push-up. There should be some space in your hips. Strengthen your legs, separate your feet so they're hip width distance apart. On your exhale, wrap the elbows in, come forward, lower chaturanga. Tops of the feet, inhale, straighten the arms. And set your gaze forward, exhale. Come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through to lunge. And feel your lunge legs, gaze to the top edge of your mat. And then hover your hands, flex your wrists. So we're keeping the shoulders back. And your upper back still connected as part of your core. And feel your legs a little more. On your exhale, bring your hands back down to the ground. Lift your hips, kick your right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick back, three-legged. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway, keep your hands on the ground. And exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, arms over your head. Exhale, hands to your heart, bend your legs. And so your lower body is like chair. Palms to your heart center. Inhale, slide your chest up. Exhale, sit down a little bit deeper. Again, inhale, lift your chest up.
Exhale, sit down a little bit deeper. One more. Inhale, chest up. Ooh, exhale, sit down a little deeper. Inhale, rise, straight legs, arms up. Exhale, bow, forward fold, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, 2 steps back, chaturanga, elbows in. Tops of the feet, inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back into your down dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, left leg up, and feel light. Exhale, step your left foot all the way through. Set your lunge, right leg straight. Hover your hands, flex your wrists, shoulders back away from the ears. You notice the neck on line with the ascending spine. You could always draw more belly in. Feel that shrink through the exhale. Take your hands down. Inhale, kick back, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, kick back. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, back. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips ground. And exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, rise, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart, bend your legs, sit back down. In your chair, legs, keep them low. Lift your heart on the inhale and sit deeper on the exhale. Again, lift the heart on the inhale and sit deeper on the exhale. One more, lift your heart on the inhale and sit deeper on the exhale. Let's go. Inhale, rise, straight legs, arms up. Exhale, bow, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, 2 steps back, high plank, chaturanga, elbows in. And you can always skip the flows if you want to step back and meet in downward facing dog. There's the direction, remember the instruction, and then there's listening to your body. Feel your down dog hips, tailbone higher, and right ankle to your left thigh above your knee. Take your figure 4. Figure 4 leg, press your left heel down. You might get a nice calf stretch. As you're in your figure 4 legs, bring your right hand closer to your left hand. So my thumbs are almost touching, and then step the right foot outside the right hand. Turn your back heel down. And so we got a nice wide base. Right arm stays down, reach your left arm up. If this is too much for your low back or too deep in the flexion of your right hip, and take your forearm up to your thigh. And that'll help as you breathe into your back hip. Everybody rise. And we're pointing a little bit to the right corner of our mat in Warrior 2. And set your lunge, flip the palm. Inhale to exalt your Warrior 2, reach back. And exhale, windmill your hands down inside your right foot. Pivot your back heel high. Set your left palm and reach your right arm up. And so it's going to open up your right leg a little bit from your hip crease. But you may feel it in your outer hip. Keep the hips drawing forward. Exhale, bring your gaze and right hand down. Soften your back knee to the ground. And start to sit your hips back. And your right leg goes straight. It just depends. The anatomy of your hips and your pelvis. For me, a little angle in going out helps me feel in so much more space, focus, in the back of the leg, and able to keep the breaths and flowing a bit more consistently. And come forward to your lunge, set your hands, and swing your right leg back, come on to all fours, and set your hands, set your knees. Wag your tail, inhale, and wag your tail, exhale. Side to side, and draw your hips back to center, tuck your toes, and exhale, lightly bring it back, downward facing dog. I hope you're all feeling lighter. And continue to dive deep into your center and explore the support and the framework that your practice brings. And tailbone up, left ankle above your right knee, figure 4. You're not on the knee, right? Knees don't like pressure front, back, side to side, so above the knee into the thigh. And then you can work your right heel down. You might get a nice calf stretch. All this flow going to your head. Look at your hands. Bring your left hand closer. And so your thumbs are almost touching. And left foot outside your left hand. Big step. and turn your back heel down. And your left arm is inside, reach your right arm up. If that's too much, again, forearm to your thigh. You go where you can keep your breath full, breathing into your back hip. Press down through your back foot, inhale, rise up. In Warrior 2, now we're angled slightly to the top left corner of your mat. And feel this in the expression in the external rotation of your hips. Flip your left palm, inhale to exalt your warrior, reach up and back. And exhale, windmill your hands inside your left foot. Pivot your back heel high, set your right hand flat, and then twisted lunge. And keep the hips moving forward as you draw out of the low back through the chest and left shoulder away from your ear. On your exhale, gaze and left hand down. Soften your right knee to the ground and sit back so your hips are over your right knee and then your left leg is working straight. If you're like me, hamstrings and something that is tight in your body, you're probably going to feel, when you get into your hamstrings, you will feel yesterday's breaths that you took into your hamstrings, and then tomorrow you'll feel today's hamstrings. But we're making progress. Come forward to your lunge. Set your hands, slide your left foot back, and come on to all fours. Palms flat, wag your tail to the right, and wag your tail to the left. And come back to the right, and come back to the left. And you draw back to center, step back into a high plank. And you can always use your knees, draw the hips in line with the armpits. 10 yogi push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Go back into your down dog. Lift your hips up. And set your feet. Walk your hands back to your feet. And you end up in a forward fold at the back of your mat. And connect the feet from the balls back into the heels. And your legs, inner thighs work, dangle. But it's not completely passive. Still incorporating your core in a forward fold. Those of you that are extra bendy and through your low back, always incorporate the lift of your belly. See, we're upside down right now. And so that you're supporting and containing that space in your low back. You can roll out your wrists and crawl your hands forward. Come back out into a high plank. So we just did 10. Let's cut off 2 and do 8 yogi push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips up, downward facing dog. And take a breath. On your exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. And forward fold. And release it from the wrists. And feel it from your shoulders into your arms. And deep breaths in recovery. And right now you're bearing no weight. And with your arms, your legs got you. Belly in. Let's go. Crawl your hands forward. Let's shave off 2 6 yogi push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hips up, downward facing dog. And breathe in. On your exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. And feel your forward fold. Take the grip out of your toes if you lift the tips of your toes. And you cannot be gripping the tips of your toes. So let's take it forward. And setting up, shave 2 and 4 yogi push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale. On your exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. Good. Crawl your hands forward. And let's take off the last 2 yogi push-ups. 1 and 2. Hips up, down dog. On your next breath, inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot all the way through. Circle the arms. Inhale, rise up, come into your crescent warrior. Never perfect, but always purposeful in the direction of your breath. And observe the sensation in your body and whatever is going on in your mind. Warrior 2, pivot your back heel down. Hands behind your head. Set your head into your hands. And exhale, right elbow towards your right knee. Inhale, come back up. And open your arms, flip the right palm, and reverse your warrior 2. Right shoulder stays down. And then take your gaze, peek up to your right wrist. Straighten your front leg, ground through your back foot. Keep reaching up, come forward, and take your right hand down inside your ankle or onto your shin, and left arm goes up. And feel that twist through your rib cage, so your right ribs pushing forward, left ribs drawing back. And on your exhale, gaze and left hand down. Pivot your back heel high and set into your front leg, lunge. And feel your breath, feel your feet, inhale. And as you exhale, bring your left hand flat, turn to the outer edge of your left foot. And you stack your right leg first, and then draw into your legs, into your back body. Right arm goes up and side plank. On your exhale, gaze and right hand down. Pivot onto your toes. Lengthen your chest through. Bend your arms, chaturanga. Legs stay strong. Low back is open. Lift your chest up, dog. And exhale. And feel good as you lift your hips, down dog. And breathe in, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot all the way through. And set your feet into the lunge. Inhale, rise up. Never perfect, but with purpose. Once again, breathe into the sensation of your body and fill out, explore the capacity of your lungs. And remember, this is a blend, warrior 2, your physical experience, mental, and emotional. Hands behind your head and feel lifted. No weight in your low back. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow to your left knee. Inhale, come back up. Open your arms, gaze forward. Flip the palm and exalt your warrior 2. And gaze can float up. Look at your left wrist. Straighten your front leg. Feel your back heel. And keep reaching up. And then come up forward. Left hand down inside the shin or hand onto the shin. And your right arm is up. On your exhale, gaze and right hand down to the ground. Left hand outside, pivot your heel high. Yes, come into your lunge, bend into your front leg. And catch your breath here, slow down your exhale. And your right hand sets flat. Outer edge of your right foot. Slide your left leg back, stack first. Strong legs, press the ground away, reach your left arm up. And here we are, side plank. On your exhale, bring your gaze and left hand down. Pivot, pull your chest through. Strong legs, bend your arms, chaturanga. Yes, inhale, plenty of strength in your upper body. And exhale, roll the tailbone up and downward facing dog. Bend your right leg, press through your left heel. And take a deep breath in. On your exhale, switch. And straighten your right leg, bend into your left knee. Good. Bend both legs, come down onto your knees, and then spread your knees so they're mat width apart. Untuck your toes, and so the tops of your feet are flat, and then walk your hands back, sit to your heels. Hands on your thighs, roll your shoulders down. So we're going to keep the arms straight. Take the hands behind you, And so your wrists are just underneath your shoulders. And as you ground through the shins, tailbone forward, and begin to lift your pelvis up. And your shoulders down. If anything, neck on the line with your spine, your gaze can tilt up. But you should feel your thighs, your quads without any weight or compression in your low back. Keep the tailbone forward. And softly bring your hips down. Yes, push up into your fingers. And then come forward down onto your forearms. Interlace your fingers, cross your thumbs, step your right foot back, and step your left foot back into a forearm plank. And wrap your ribs in as you press your elbows down. Draw them towards each other, and you'll feel your shoulder blades spread. You navel into your spine, legs turned on strong. And at the end of your exhale, lower your knees down and come up to your left palm and come up to your right palm. And keep your right knee where it is. Kick your left leg straight back and right arm out in front. Exhale, crunch, elbow to your knee. Inhale, kick back, reach forward. Exhale, crunch, elbow to your knee. Kick back, reach forward. Exhale, crunch, elbow to your knee. You got it. Kick back, reach forward. Right hand down, tuck your chin, tuck your right toes, and then press back, three-legged dog. Set it up. On your exhale, step your left foot through. Feel your feet. Inhale, rise, arms up. And dancer's pose, right heel into your butt. Left arm keeps reaching up. And then kick into your full expression. Dancer's pose. If you wobble or even fall out, take a breath and come back in. This should feel pretty open. Keep lifting to the back of your heart for 3, 2, and slowly rise, arms up, and step your right foot back into your crescent. Back heel down, warrior 2. Nice, straighten your front leg and turn your right toes out. So you're in a star pose. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, squat. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel the weight into your heels, hands on your thighs, thumbs on the inside. And shoulder. Exhale, left shoulder down. Right, I'm facing you, so it might be your right shoulder, and then draw your other shoulder blade back. Inhale, come back to center. And straight leg, reach your arms up. And turn your back toes in. And turn your front toes forward, bend, warrior 2. Inhale to exalt your warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, windmill your hands. Pivot, practice your three-legged flow, left leg up. Come forward, elbows touch my ribs. Feet down, inhale, it's a straight arms and up dog. And exhale, take it back into your downward facing dog. Use your core, use your back. On your exhale, slowly lower down onto your knees. Right away, kick your right leg straight back. Left arm comes forward. Exhale, elbow to your knee crunch. Inhale, kick back, reach out. Exhale, elbow to your knee crunch. Inhale, kick and reach. Exhale, elbow to your knee. You got it. Kick back, reach forward. Left hand down, tuck the chin, tuck your left toes, and press it back. Strong upper back, three-legged dog. On your exhale, set it up. Step your right foot through. Inhale, rise, arms up. Dancer's pose. Left heel to your butt. Pick it up with your left hand. And keep reaching up. Kick down, kick back. And practice for balance. And feel the purpose in your breathing. We're not going for perfection. And breathe to your edge for 3, 2, and slowly rise. And release. Step back into your lunge. Arms up. Good. Keeps you out of your low back. Put your back heel down. Straighten your front leg. And turn your head in. Goddess squat. Sit down. Hands to your heart center. Full breath in, full breath out. Hands to your thighs. And shrug the shoulders. Now you can see it from the back. Take your left shoulder down. And draw your right shoulder blade and towards your spine. Twist. And such a good release if you hold it In your upper back, shoulder girdle, come back to center. And straight legs, arms up. Right toes turn out, back toes turn in. Warrior two, bend your leg. Inhale to exalt, reach up and back. Windmill your hands down. And pivot back, heel kick back, three-legged dog. And flow, chaturanga, elbows in. Feet down, inhale, straight arms. Exhale, take it back. And downward facing dog. Excellent job. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale, step your right foot through. Soften your left knee down. And twist, reach your right arm up. And hips stay heavy, curl your back heel in. Reach back, grab the inside of your foot. And as you draw your hips in, roll your right shoulder back. And the further we can get the hips forward, and the more we can get into the quad stretch on the left side. Good. Feel it set as you bring your gaze down. We're going to turn that back leg, shin, across the mat. Great. Bring your right hand inside your right foot. And then as you press the mat away, reach your left arm straight up. And tailbone down. See what you can get. Keep your hips going forward. And heart lifting up. On your exhale, bring your left hand down. And turn your left toes out. Right hand outside. Lift the knee. Lift the hips, kick back, three-legged dog, and pigeon. Right knee to your right wrist, turn the shin in. And set to your hands, square your hips. And on your exhale, come forward and down onto your forearms. You should feel a nice rush of the prana, the energy, and connecting to your breath as efficiently as you can. Breathe in, come back to your palms. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and hips up, step back into your downward facing dog. And full breath in, exhale, step your left foot in between your hands. Soften the right knee down, and twist, reach your left arm up. If everything's checking across the body and you're like, feel it working, but feel good, reach back, curl your right heel in, grab the inside of your foot. As the hips go down, turn that left shoulder back. And if your butt is really stuck back, right, your hips don't want to come forward, let your front knee turn out a little bit more. That or start where you are, breathe, get to the sensation into your right thigh, it'll open up. Okay, repetition, practice daily, and keep giving yourself these opportunities and to breathe into the release and find that peace and that calm in your mind. Bring your gaze down, and we're going to turn your right shin to the left. Release the foot, bring your left hand inside, and see what we can get as your right arm goes up, and stay with your lunge. Excellent. Gaze and right hand down. And turn your right foot back out. Tuck your toes. Left hand outside. And then lift your knee. And kick back. Three-legged down dog. Pigeon. Left knee, left wrist. Turn the shin in. And square your hips. And point your toes. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale. Come forward and down onto your forearms. Yoga should be, in some ways, fun. I know it sounds silly, but it should never be that essence of work. What you're diving into is something that you enjoy, even when you experience sometimes a great amount of discomfort, unease. The times when it's most challenging to get to the mat, those can be the most rewarding. And if you're hanging out at the one end of the spectrum, good or bad, get on your mat, let things move and equalize. And we're finding that space of freedom, nothingness, with our body and our minds and our emotions. So either way, explore that space in the middle. As you inhale, come back up to your palms and rock to your left hip. Swing your right leg around in front. And you can face the front or you can face me. I'm going to turn to face you sitting cross-legged. Forearms to wrist, inner knees. Palms facing out, thumb and index fingers connect. We're using your arms. There should be plenty of space here and where you can feel the lightness in the stack of your spine, shoulders over your hips. Ears back a little bit. Direct yourself up. Feel that luminous light and traveling from you, the lower spine all the way up. And we took out as many obstacles as we could by breathing into it. This practice should lead you and leave you in a little bit of a high energy. You're probably not the one, should have told you this at the beginning, but probably not the one you're going to do at the end of the night before you go to bed. Okay, so call this one back, and when you need a little pick you up, a little energy flowing through your body. You're welcome to stay, you're welcome to lie down onto your back. And plenty of space, plenty of time, always, and to expand in each moment. So keep breathing, everybody. And take care of yourselves. Reach out if you need anything. And I hope you're all continuing to do as well as you possibly can. And don't forget, if you're in LA, please come stop by the studio. And don't forget to let me know that you've been practicing online with us during the pandemic. Peace and love, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.